Good evening and welcome to Bondurant, Iowa for another Raccoon River Conference Mega Night. Tonight against the visiting Winterset Huskies and your Bondurant Farrar Bluejays. Back from Iowa, Chad Carlson on the call. We'll look for an exciting matchup here between the 5 and 8 teams. Both teams 5 and 8, 3 and 6 in conference. So both teams played a game last night, so should be an exciting matchup. We'll see who recovers a little better. As we start looking towards the Bluejays being led in scoring by Kaylee Hansen and Tiara Bergeron, both averaging right around 10 and 9 points a game. And on any given night, one might go for 15 and the other might be a little lighter, but they kind of been key scorers for the Bluejays all season. These teams match up pretty well. Bluejays averaging 45 points a game, and the Huskies just under that, and so should be a exciting matchup, comparable in a lot of ways. As we look first for the visiting Winterset Huskies, starting at forward, junior number 1, Madeline Nordstrom. At guard, junior number 3, Macy Olson. At forward, junior number 4, Natalie Smith. At guard, junior number 11, McKenna Olson. And at forward, senior number 23, Abby Hofing. And for your Bluejays, at guard, senior number 5, Morgan Muller. At guard, junior number 10, Tiara Bergeron. At forward, senior number 23, Addison Brown. At forward, sophomore number 33, Tenley Freed. And at forward, sophomore number 34, Kaylee Hansen. Both teams have used basically the same starting lineup all season, so we'll see who's developed a little bit more with the routines on that. We'll step aside for the national anthem. We'll be back shortly. All right, we are making our way through the second round of matchups in the Raccoon River Conference. So these teams did match up down in Winterset early in the year, and the Huskies were victorious 51-46. Leading scorer for the Huskies that day, Natalie Smith with 22 and McKenna Olson with 16. For your Bluejays, Tenley Freed led the way with 16 and Kaylee Hansen with 13. Going to get started right at 6 o'clock with this tip. No time for margin of error. Not calling anybody out that at all.
No.
You've been here the whole time.
You mean the guy that came in during the national anthem?
You know, nobody noticed. Kaylee Hansen gets the opening tip back to Muller.
I'm just glad to be here.
You made it. Freed with the ball. Tenley going to line up at 3 to start the game, and it's good.
Boy, when Tenley gets her shoulders squared and a clean look at the basket, she's as good a shooter as this team has, and one of the best in the conference, I'd gamble to say.
Huskies get the ball across court. McKenna Olson with it. Left-hand shot up, no good. Bergeron with the rebound. Ahead to Hansen. Hansen up with the left hand, good.
We didn't see Kaylee get many opportunities in the paint last night, so that's a good sign. Get a 3 and then a bucket in the paint. Good start.
McKenna Olson brings it across again. Over to Macy Olson. Madeline Nordstrom across to McKenna Olsen again. Natalie Smith trying to post up down low. Gets a little farther out than she planned on, I'm guessing. Moeller gets a hand on the ball, and they're going to call the jump ball. Tied it up pretty effectively. Going to get a replay of Tenley's beautiful three to start the game. Winterset will get the ball off of the jump. And we're going to get a shot clock violation. It did not reset with the jump ball. I'm not sure if everybody was anticipating that.
Yeah. Blue Jays coming out in a man-to-man defense. Little pressure look also, a little full court pressure look. Winterset also man-to-man.
Moeller drive, kick out, Tierra pump fake. Gets into the lane. Pretty much changes up with her and Moeller. Addison cross court, Kaylee Hansen. Trying to drive in, create that open three-point opportunity. Tierra's going to end up stepping on the line. Be a turnover there. We'll give the Blue Jays an opportunity to set up. Ooh, tough foul on Addison there. McKenna Olsen getting up a little slow. Olsen ahead to Smith. Tries to feed Nordstrom cutting to the hoop, but it's going to go out of bounds. Blue Jay ball.
Yeah, just tough start for Winterset. Can't really get a whole lot going, to the Blue Jays' credit.
Brown out top to Freed. And around the outside. Oop. Bergeron goes down hard. Still slow getting up, and you're going to get an official timeout for that.
Yeah. I think they're going to leave her in the game. Just give her a second to kind of shake off the. I ran that inbound play last night out of a timeout. I really like that play, and be some other good scoring opportunities out of that maybe later in the game.
Nordstrom to Hofing. Brown tips it away, but goes right into Macy Olsen's hands. Shot up and gets the bucket. Natalie Smith with her first bucket of the game. Hansen drive, gets the shot up, not the roll, but will go to the line. Foul is on Madeline Nordstrom, her first, team first. No love for the first free throw for Kaylee. Blue Jays coming in shooting just 54% from the free throw line. Second one, no good. Tip to Addison Brown. She goes up and gets the bucket.
Nice job. That's Addison Brown basketball right there. Just taking advantage of an opportunity, getting one of those 50-50 balls and converting a quick layup.
Kenna Olsen with the drive, kick out. Nordstrom. Kenna Olsen, three-pointer's good. Brown drives, lays that one in with ease. I think McKenna hit 4 three-pointers against us in the first game. So see if we can limit her a little bit on that. Nice pass under the hoop. Hofing is blocked by Tenley Freed. Hansen fed at the box. Shot up, no good. Goes down hard. Natalie Smith with the rebound. Stolen away. Bergeron going to start the fast break now. Dumps it off to Brown after drawing all the contact.
Nice job by Bergeron. I thought she was going to take the ball to the basket all the way, and we'd maybe see a charge, but nice drop off there at the last second to Brown for the bucket. Good start for the Jays.
Going to see Brown's step through lay-in blocked by the official. Doesn't he know we have video we got to record? We'll get a better replay this time. Yep, just a good unselfish decision by Tierra.
And a good job by Addison to run the floor and not to give up on the play. You know, sometimes that trail player will do that, just like, well, I guess they're going to take that in for a layup, but she kept running the floor and made herself available. And I think we saw a really good start last night against Indianola out of this Blue Jay team, kind of got out quick. And then the wheels maybe fell off a little bit. So, you know, maybe that's one thing Coach Obley can challenge her team on a back-to-back night is, hey, our effort was not sustained for the 32 minutes that we needed to win last night. So great start. Let's keep, let's not be satisfied. Keep plugging away. And it just seems like there's a better feel and a little more focus from this group tonight.
Winterset also had a game last night against Van Meter. So both teams playing back-to-back nights. Which if you're going to do it, it's better if you both are.
Exactly. You know, there is something to be said about back-to-backs, maybe not collegiately or in the NBA, but in high school when you're playing well. And there's a turnover from Winterset. When you're playing well, sometimes
get that next game right away.
Let's just go play. Let's keep playing. Don't slow us down. And nice to have them both at home.
Other than people have to listen to us. Kaylee Hansen laying no good. Rebound putback is fouled. Foul is going to be on Natalie Smith. Her first, team second. Kaylee back to the line for the second time. Hits the first one. And converts them both.
Shows a nice shooting touch there. 1-2-1-1. Pressure.
Finley McDowell into the game and Libby Weston as well for the Blue Jays. And she is blocked by Kaylee Hansen. Addison Brown gets it at the free throw line. Step through,
really
lays
nice
it up off the backboard.
Move. Addison is getting her offense going tonight. 8 points already. Well,
Nordstrom kick out to Smith.
Nordstrom wanted no part of Hansen that time.
I mean, it hasn't been that long since the last block.
Yep. Good short-term memory.
Loose ball.
There's Libby Weston creating havoc with her defense again.
Claire Seidler, number 22, into the game for the Huskies. Hansen takes that one away. Gets to Moeller. McDowell hit a couple three-pointers last night. Brown is fouled on her way to the hoop. And
they're going to give her 2 shots, too, it looks like.
I mean, I think that's right. I think she planned to shoot, but she couldn't get the ball up.
We'll take it.
First one, no good. Looks like Tenley's going to come in for Addison after she makes this one.
Blue Jays shockingly 3 for 6 from the line to start the game.
They really do love that 50% mark. Oh, Libby Weston. Oh, God. Oh. Was going to try to hit Morgan on the cut, but McKenna dropped back just into the passing lane.
Libby thought better of the turnover, but drug that pivot foot, got called for the travel.
Macy Landers checking in for the Huskies, a 5'10 freshman. McKenna Olson with it. Ahead to Smith. Cross court. Layup no good. Natalie Smith rebound and going to get fouled on the body by Tenley. Shot no good. She'll go to the line for 2. And gets all of the bounces.
Yeah, Smith a 63% free throw shooter.
Maddie Martin checks in for the Blue Jays. Kaylee Hansen going to get a break with 1:43 remaining in the first. Smith's second one, much less contact with the rim that time. McDowell ahead to Martin. Blue Jays calling for a triangle. That's what it looked like from up here.
Let's go with it.
They keep moving. I can't tell if they're making triangles or not. Martin hands it off to Libby Weston for 3. There he is. Libby Weston's back.
Yep. Libby had a couple last night. Basically hit the bottom of the net before they came out.
Rebound by Landers, and she's going to be fouled by Libby. Her first. Yeah, Libby shot, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them last night that looked good, just weren't quite falling. So you can see a completely different ball game when that first one goes down. We're going to get a replay here of the kick out. Weston's 3. Second free throw is going to be short. Loose ball tipped. Maddie Martin comes up with it. Berggren just checked in for Moeller.
Winterset's been in a 2-3 zone after they started the game man-to-man. Blue Jays struggled against Indianola's zone last night.
Finley for 3. Good. Finley McDowell picking up where she left off yesterday. Martin with a great read on the pass on the interception. I think her dad's a defensive backs coach, or used to be. Must have got that practice reading those passes.
Jay's playing for one shot. Going to get it down here under 10.
Berggren all the way to the hoop. No good. Martin almost had the rebound. I guess McKenna Olson ends up with it. And shots not going to count. Wouldn't have anyway. Blue Jays with a great first quarter to take a 22-7 lead. I don't know what you would have drawn up for hoping if everything was going to go your way, but that feels like right about what it would be.
Well, you had a little bit of everything. You know, I think it was all triggered with the defense. You know, the pressure look and Winterset really struggling, turning the ball over. That led to a couple of runouts. You had 3-pointers from 3 different Blue Jays, McDowell, Weston, and Freed. And then Addison Brown just kind of being everywhere. Johnny on the spot. Janie on the spot. Is that what you'd say?
You can say it however you want.
Yep.
I don't know.
Couple of loose ball, 50-50 rebounds, those types of things that she's just good to grab, and running the court on the fast break, and the beneficiary of a couple of Berggren passes. So really good start. And again, you know, 8 minutes does not make for a complete game.
Nope.
But to your point, couldn't have drawn it up much better. And Winterset's usually a pretty tough bunch. They're not likely to just go away.
Yeah. One thing you're seeing, you got 5 different Blue Jays to score in the first quarter. You know, that's kind of been a method for the Blue Jays. You don't see 1 or 2 players just dominating the scoring for them. It really has been a fairly balanced approach throughout the season. And, you know, I think that's a recipe for success if that means everybody's shooting well. Moeller going to hit her 3-pointer just off the rim. Olsen rebound, McKenna that is. Nordstrom looking to drive up to Macy Olson. Shot up and good for Abby Hofing, who checked back in at the break.
Winterset back in a, yeah, they're back in a man-to-man now.
They have their starters back in the game. Brown dumps it off. Kaylee Hansen mid-range, no roll. But Addison Brown gets the rebound, goes up strong, not able to convert. I think she just wanted to get the shot up, thinking that she'd probably get fouled if she did.
Little quick in there.
But that mid-range shot for Kaylee's a good shot, too, so that's going to fall most of the time. McKenna Olsen going to pull it back out a little bit, try to use a screen from Natalie Smith. Ends up going the other way.
Pretty good inside battle between Smith and Brown.
And Bergeron ties up the loose ball. Going to be a jump.
Until Smith really calling for and wanting the basketball. But Addison Brown's having none of it.
Smith averages 14 points a game. Shot clock is not reset. Loose ball, going to get it fired up there. McKenna Olsen going to get the air ball. That should have been a shot clock violation. I say you can't just choose not to keep playing it, I don't think.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the official was hitting the top of his head for a violation,
but he didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah.
I'm no expert on ref mechanics.
The two of those go together. They're supposed to, yeah.
Moeller sees the lane, drives in just a little too much. Kaylee Hansen rips down the rebound and is going to be fouled as she goes back up for the lay-in.
Yeah, and this one they're going to rule was on the ground, so it'll be out of bounds underneath. No free throws here.
I'm guessing if she wasn't fouled, she was shooting that one. But
yeah.
Freed going to check in. Maddie Martin going to go to the bench after a few good minutes.
Nice play. Really nice play.
Moeller with the bucket. Well-designed inbounds play.
I don't know why teams play man-to-man out of inbounds plays if they play zone. If you can play a zone, that you're just less likely to give those easy layups on those underneath out-of-bounds plays. Man-to-man, you get screened off. If you don't switch, you don't talk. And I think Winterset's a little frustrated. They're taking a timeout, but play zone on the out-of-bounds underneath.
Yeah, their player ended up trapped in just across half court and had 3 Blue Jays surrounding her. So probably a good decision by Coach. 6 minutes remaining in the second.
So we've got, you said conference wrestling not this weekend.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, the conference tournament's not this weekend.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
This weekend it's the Ed Winger, which is honestly a way tougher tournament than conference because it's a huge tournament and has a lot of really great teams. So it'll be some good competition for a lot of our guys looking for to maybe set some seeding material. Hoving shot up, no good. Kaylee Hansen rebound.
That was a really good play for Winterset coming out of the timeout. Just couldn't execute and get that layup.
Loose ball. We're going to get a jump on that one.
I think Morgan's making the game too difficult for herself right now. I think she just needs, she's trying to do a lot for her team, understandably. She's seen a nice play by Kayla Hansen there. I think she just needs to make the easy pass, let the game come to her a little bit. That's kind of what she was doing earlier in the season. She was getting herself in the lane, creating some offense for herself.
McKenna Olsen for a long three-pointer, going to be off the rim. Moeller gets the rebound.
That was CC range, and I'm not talking about yours truly.
You can't shoot from that
I can make a layup. I can make a layup.
How many tries?
1 out of 10.
And frustration foul after the turnover.
Yeah. Olsen with the long three. She's shooting 30% from out there this year, but is the second leading scorer, so I don't think she's averse from taking.
Well, we don't know that she's shooting 30% from 6 feet behind the line.
Right. But you said she had 3 or 4 in the first game?
She made 4 3-pointers in the first game,
yeah.
free throw line for Olsen. Off the rim, no good. Tipped ball. Blue Jays playing ricochet. Brown comes up with it. Moeller kick back out to Freed.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think she was planning to pass it to Addison and got a little away from her. Finley McDowell going to check back in. Tiara going to get a little timeout. I appreciate the rotation. It doesn't really matter who you are. Everybody's getting a few minutes a quarter out.
Yeah.
And I think it keeps people fresh. And, obviously last night we didn't necessarily finish the way we wanted to, but I think if you don't get those smaller breaks, you have a harder time finishing in the fourth quarter. And so I like seeing everybody's subject to those rotations.
Couldn't agree more.
Olsen drive. Nice left-handed finish for McKenna Olsen. She's up to 5 points. Oh, just a little late on that backdoor pass. McDowell able to keep it, but Seidler steals the pass away. Maybe there's too much air in the ball. Brown ends up with the loose ball. Blue Jays going to take a timeout. Just been a few dribbles that it looks like it's getting a little too much.
Yeah, game's just gotten a little sloppy for both teams. We kind of saw a lot of offense, especially out of the Blue Jays there in the first quarter. In this quarter, over 4 minutes in, it's 4 points each. So the Blue Jays holding serve from where they started. But
I do think we had several buckets off of turnovers, and we haven't been getting the steals off of the press now.
Yep.
And Winterset's using most of the shot clock. It's harder to run up the score if you aren't getting the ball, every 30 seconds.
This is true.
So 3:30 remaining in the first half.
Winterset hasn't shown any pressure yet. I think at some point, especially if the game sticks around 15 or so, they're going to have to do something in the second half to kind of pick up the tempo of the game and get more offense quickly as opposed to using the full 35 on the shot clock. Addison
in the paint. Might have got away with the drag. Tenley for three, going to be off the oh, wow. I did not think that had the English to get into the bucket.
You were talking about having too much air in the ball. I think that looked like the ball died on the rim. Shooter's touch. That's what Tenley would probably tell you.
Ooh, Addison almost got the breakaway steal again. Smith drops it off to McKenna Olsen. Crossover, and Addison steals it right out of her pocket.
That's a tough action to guard there with those two up top, the two leading scorers for Winterset. But nice job by Addison to get the ball stopped and get a steal.
That's going to stay with the Jays. I thought Addison had a good read on it when she stopped going after it, so good decision by her. Moeller and Brown going to get a little break. Bergeron and Weston into the game. Out to Freed. Swings it around to McDowell. Oh, good crossover by Tierra into the lane. Can't get the roll. Gets the rebound. Put back good. Just stat padding. Tierra, Ricky Davis Bergeron.
Yeah. I was going to go Moses Malone, but Ricky Davis is a little more recent.
I mean, it's still too long ago. Seidler to Hofing, blocked by Kaylee Hansen again. Ooh, that one stolen away by McKenna Olsen. Lays it up and good. Thought maybe she'd do a Ali Farouk Manesh and try the fast break three-pointer. Bergeron kick out. Libby Weston for three. Splash.
Basket's looking like the ocean to Libby tonight.
Ooh, Natalie Smith wide open. Does not have the Tenley Freed roll.
Ah.
Weston in the corner this time. Off the rim, no good. Natalie Smith with a good box
little heat
out.
check from Libby there.
Wasn't off by much.
No.
Under a minute in the first half.
Ooh. That was not a foul. I'm telling you.
I didn't see the
I'd
action.
love to see the replay on that. That was maybe it was a foul, but it wasn't as blatant as Olsen made it look.
Gotcha. Blue Jays tried playing with 6. Apparently that's not allowed.
Not anymore. I think it's been at least 92, 93 since the 6-player game.
Macy Olsen shot up and good. Her
Nice.
first basket of the game.
Yeah, nice move from Macy.
Oh, and then McKenna Olsen with the steal. And you're going to have a jump ball. McKenna Olsen trying to close the gap a little bit before the end of the half. Huskies will inbound. And Finley with a good kick. She used to have some really good soccer coaches and one really questionable one.
Yeah.
McKenna Olsen, see what type of step back three-pointer. Not going to do it. No good. Moeller rebound. Shot clock off. Addison, cross court. Finley McDowell does a good job, pulls it back out. We were looking for a final shot here. Moeller drive all the way to the lane. Oh, not able to convert. McKenna Olsen with the rebound. Going to do pass too late, and I think that
is not going to count.
Yep.
Nope.
That was what I expected, but I
thought he was
going to.
I thought, they kind of like to ring it up sometimes and call it good, but that was definitely.
All right, we'll step aside for halftime. We'll be back for second half.
showing at the Iowa State Dance Team Championship. And they are headed to nationals for the first time in Bondurant history next month. Yes, sir. Tonight, they will be performing their lyrical routine, which placed first place in state and is choreographed by our coach, Brianna Holland. Please welcome your state champion, Bondurant for our dance team.
Welcome back to second half action here in game 1 of Mega Night. Blue Jays open up with a 34-16 lead at the half. Blue Jays led by Addison Brown with 9 points, and then a trio with 6. Libby Weston, Tenley Freed, and Kaylee Hansen all at the 6-point mark. Finley McDowell with 3. Morgan Moeller and Tara Bergeron each with 2. Leading score for the Huskies, McKenna Olson with 7.
I think we're going to see Winterset come out with a little more aggressive defense to start the third quarter. Try to get some quick buckets and get back into this game.
Bergeron going to work all the way down, turn around up, and gets the bucket. Unfazed by the defense.
Yeah, Blue Jays are going to stay in that pressure look.
McKenna Olson looking to use Natalie Smith's screen out top. Now Smith is matched up on Moeller. Tough matchup. Good decision at that point, I think, is just get your hands up and hope for the best.
Yeah, don't create a three-point opportunity.
Moeller picks up the dribble, gets it to Bergeron in the corner, though. She goes baseline, lays it up and in. Macy Olson gets it across half court. Bergeron cuts her off, Hofing with the ball. Nordstrom throws it out. Macy Olson three-pointer, going to be off the rim, no good. Addison Brown with the rebound.
Nice to see that one and done, not give him second chance opportunities.
Oh, Kaylee tried to toss it out to Tierra for 3, just a little wide of the mark. It's not quite shot put season for her yet.
No, I'd like to see her be aggressive. I mean, I like the unselfish play. She does a good job facilitating for the post. I want to see her score in that paint a little bit more. Maybe hunt a bucket or 2 here.
McKenna Olson coming around the screen.
Good switch for the Jays there on defense. Good talk.
Again, the Huskies using a lot of the shot clock. Natalie Smith going to come around that screen, gets to the lane and gets the lay-in. Blue Jays make light work of that press, and Moeller going to take it all the way in, dumps it off Addison Brown, lays it in for 2.
Really nice job there. That's exactly what Morgan does. She simplified the game there, made an easy pass, got her layup for her teammate.
Freed ends up with the steal. Addison Brown going to step through off the backboard. No good. Kaylee Hansen rebound.
There we go. Like it.
A lot of time on the rim just for, anticipation purposes. Ken Olson looking to drive. Using that screen from Natalie Smith again, trying to get that mismatch. And Hansen with the block. It's going to be off Kaylee after she blocks it. We'll stay with the Huskies, but that's at least 4 blocks.
I was going to say,
Kaylee.
that's about 4 blocks tonight. Yeah, a little block party.
And I'm not saying, where we have to go with Brickhouse Fitness, protect this house player of the game, but Kaylee's definitely putting in her nomination papers. McKenna Olson, three-pointer, is going to be short. Moeller rebound. Hansen ahead to Freed. Bergeron goes baseline. Going to get fouled on her way to the hoop. I believe that's going to be on Natalie Smith. No. Nordstrom, okay.
Tara's been very aggressive, taking the basketball to the hoop here to start the third quarter, and her teammates following suit.
Tara hits the free throw. That's 5 points this half for her already in 3 minutes. Just a little to the right, clips the rim. Husky ball. Libby Weston going to check in. Addison going to get a quick break. Weston had a couple three-pointers in the first half. Nordstrom looking to drive on Hansen. I don't know that you want to do that. Smith with the tough angle to lay that one in.
Yeah, Smith's been equally aggressive for the Huskies here to start the third quarter. She's got herself up into double digits now.
Oh, good feed. And Bergeron is fouled hard.
Blue Jays doing a nice job against the pressure defense there. It doesn't really look like something Winterset's comfortable doing, you know, kind of forced to do given the situation. But if you can make that first or second pass to get past that first line of defense, there's layup opportunities.
Tierra misses the front end. And gets, no roll on the second. Loose ball. And I think Natalie tipped it off of Morgan, but I'm not. Okay,
yeah,
call that.
I think it went off Morgan's shin.
I missed the official's signal.
Yep.
Macy Olson with the ball. Now McKenna Olson, back to Macy Olson. Smith doesn't catch that one cleanly. Gonna line up the three-pointer from some distance. And Bergeron lets that one go out of bounds. Almost should count as a rebound since she was there and made a choice to keep the easy way to get the ball for our team. But
I think it goes as a team rebound in the stat book.
Yeah. I don't keep a team rebound stat.
Yeah.
I would give it to her, but then my stats wouldn't line up with what goes in the book.
Yep.
So, you know, perfectionist issues, I guess. But
good start to the third quarter for the Jays. They've built on their lead a little bit, staying aggressive offensively, doing what they need to do defensively. It does look like Natalie Smith's going to aggressively look to score the ball the rest of the game. So, you know, I do like I like when Addison Brown's guarding her because I think she does the best job on her. And
matches physicality.
Yep, matches that physicality, that aggressiveness. Addison was on the bench. We might see her come out here after the break. Nope, she's going to stay there. But that would be the one point of emphasis, I think, as in addition to the Olsen's three-point shooting, to make sure that they shut those two things down to get this thing into the fourth quarter and seal the deal.
Huskies have Nordstrom, Olsen, Smith, and Seidler on the court. Blue Jays have Freed, Moeller, Weston, Hansen, and Bergeron.
Huskies back to a zone now.
Freed with it. Gets double teamed. Tough angle to Weston, who slingshots it over to Moeller, all across court to Bergeron, and Bergeron's going to be fouled on her way down the baseline. That foul is on Nordstrom. Her third. It was not a shooting foul. She had not gotten to the hoop yet for that. Looks like Macy Landers is going to check in for the Huskies for Madeline Nordstrom.
Nobody really in any kind of foul trouble for either team at this point.
Freed for a long three-pointer. Nothing but net.
It was right on line, but that was deep.
It was a deep and almost still stepping back.
Mm-hmm.
Macy Olson coming around that Landers screen. Now Seidler with the ball. Natalie Smith has to try to save it. Was trying to throw it off Freed's legs, I think, but Tenley just with cat-like speed and reflexes catches that one.
Cat-like quickness. Winterset wants to trap out of this zone, especially if the ball goes to the corner.
Now Hansen with it out to Weston. Cross court, Tara Berggren for 3. Oh, thought it was good. Hansen goes up strong, gets the rebound and the putback.
Nice play. I thought they were going to call her for a foul, and officials rewarded her for jumping straight up and grabbing that ball and putting it back in.
Is this where you talk about the over the back isn't a thing?
Well, it's not. Their physical contact is a thing.
Here's a good replay of this beautiful rebound. Yep, no contact at all. That foul was on Moeller. Her first. McKenna Olsen will go to the line for 2. A 67% free throw shooter. Checking in, Abby Hofing. Seidler going to go to the bench. For the Blue Jays, Addison Brown and Finley McDowell going to check in. Berggren and Freed to the bench. Second free throw for Olsen. Rattles home. Getting her up to 9 points. McDowell ahead to Moeller. Addison Brown brings it back out top. Like, you don't want to play with no pace, but you also have no reason to rush anything.
Well, and they did a really nice job moving the ball from side to side last time.
They're going to call Addison for that foul. Just a little bit of the hand. Second foul for her. Freed going to come back in. Kaylee Hansen going to go to the bench. Feel like that was one of those. Tenley, let us know when you're ready. Okay, I'm good.
Yep.
Natalie Smith trying to drive. Libby Weston ties that one up beautifully.
Smith was not fond of that call.
No, but it looked like a pretty effective tie-up. Libby's just spent too much time in the weight room. You can't rip the ball away from her. 5-second call. Look at that defense.
Great job defensively. You know, we talked about teams playing man-to-man out of underneath out of bounds, and the Blue Jays did a nice job there, getting off of screens, switching, talking to each other, created that 5 count.
Blue Jays break the press. I'll come back to set up their offense.
Winterset just in that 3/4 court press back into a 2-3 zone, looking to trap in the corners. Blue Jays doing a nice job.
Oh, nice play
really
by
nice
Tenley
move.
Freed.
Beautiful move. Using the left. She is a sophomore. She could really continue to come along.
Hofing for 3 off the rim. Finley McDowell with the rebound, another sophomore. Under a minute remaining in the third. Addison Brown, pump fake. I think that's staying with the Jays. Berggren and Martin coming in, Nordstrom coming in.
Good stretch of minutes there for the point guard, Morgan Moeller. Really like how she handles the press defensively. She's getting it done out there, just doing a nice job facilitating for her team.
Moeller and Brown gonna go to the bench for the last minute probably. Libby Weston for 3 off the backboard, no good. Natalie Smith with a strong rebound. Macy Landers in the paint. Off the back. Ooh. On the shot or on a rebound?
A little bit of a late call, I think. You're going to get Tinley for the hand check or the.
On the shot, okay. Yeah, it was a little late on the whistle, so I wasn't sure if there was something else that they were trying to call. Landers hits the first.
She was 0 for 2 in the first half, so trying to even things up.
A 33% free throw shooter coming into the game.
No shot clock here, so get it across half court. Try to play for one. just keep making that easy pass.
Ran 4/10 off the clock.
A little tougher place to inbound the ball here.
Blue Jays get it in. Bergeron getting pressured. They try to trap. She gets it across to Freed, ahead to Martin. 20 seconds now.
Just beat that 10 count.
Martin with a strong screen. Kick out Tenley. Freed for three. No good. Going to be out of bounds with 3.4 seconds. Make it a little difficult to get to half court.
Yep. Cut them off. Make them change direction with their dribble, just like that.
Yep. I don't think that shot got off either. Blue Jays leading 47-25 as we head to the fourth quarter.
Again, just building and adding to their lead. Just very, really strong start in the first quarter, and then just kind of workmanlike here in the second and third quarter. Not really leaving any doubt at this point, and it would take some type of effort for Winterset to get back into the game at this point.
As we head towards the fourth quarter, we'll take this opportunity to shout out our Blue Jay digital team today. Reese Russell over here running the computer. He kicked Seidel out of his job. Brayton Collins down there on the baseline cam. He's been there pretty much every basketball game this year, I think. Nolan Boss running around taking some stills, and Emmy Birkenes on the main camera. Blue Jay Digital, the best high school digital program in the country. I took a vote.
Oh, you've said state before. Now you're going country.
Well, I took a vote.
Not Midwest.
No.
Okay.
The votes came back. It was 100% Blue Jays. So, I mean, votes coming in from Colorado and Ohio. Yeah, no doubt.
I can get on board with that.
Blue Jays will have the ball to start fourth. McDowell, Berger, and Hansen, Martin, and Freed on the court for the Jays. Olsen, Smith, Olsen, Hofing, and Nordstrom on the court for the Huskies.
Winterset's going to stay in that 2-3 zone. They're not going to force the action.
Bergeron with an open three-pointer off the rim, no good. Smith and Hansen go up for the board. Smith able to get to it. McKenna Olsen looking to use that Natalie Smith screen. Has the ball knocked away, picks it up. Hofing for three is good. A 12% three-point shooter on the season. It did not look like it by the way she shot it. Tenley Freed for three off the rim. Kaylee Hansen had it knocked away though. It's a lot of activity on those rebounds down low. McKenna Olsen step back three, no good. Freed and Smith going to tie up on the jump ball. Morgan Moeller going to check in. Maddie Martin to the bench.
Yeah, I like getting Morgan back into the game at this point. Maybe just kind of settle things down a little bit offensively. Get the Blue Jays back into some good looks on the offensive end.
Nordstrom three-pointer. Tried to bank it in. No good. Bergeron not able to save that one. Probably a good decision not trying to fling it back in under your own hoop, though. Oh. Good recovery defense from Kaylee Hansen there. Help D, I should say.
Really good.
Freed looking to go baseline. Back out to Moeller. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock. Moeller with the pump fake. Kaylee Hansen, strong rebound. Then has it fall to the ground. We're going to get a timeout. Did we have possession to make that timeout?
I guess we did.
Okay. You're skeptical as well?
I was looking at something different on the floor when the timeout was called, so I like to look away from the basketball every once in a while just to see the rebounding action and who might be flopping on a screen or something like that. So, but
that doesn't happen.
It does. It really does.
Yeah, maybe we did. I think we had the ball. We just had it while wrapped around the other player's legs.
Can I do a quick shout out?
You absolutely can.
Okay, we've been talking about Macy and McKenna Olson.
Yeah. The
Olsons from Winterset. There's an Olson from Bondurant, my good buddy Olson Munch, who I know is at home listening right now. He's I got a lot of favorite preschoolers, but he's right at the top of my list. Olson Munch. I hope he's shooting some hoops at home tonight.
Hopefully inside. It's cold out there.
Yeah, well, not outside.
You're confident he's got an indoor basketball hoop?
His dad might tell him to go outside and shoot, but his mom would not allow that.
I feel like that's probably similar in the Carlson household a few years ago.
Yeah. Put some gloves on. You'll be fine.
Whoop. Just a little outside. Macy Olson's able to tie that jump ball up with Freed. We'll go to the Huskies this time off the jump.
Got a little stagnant on offense. Defense continues to travel and play well. Keep limiting the Huskies to one shot. Force them to use a lot of clock.
Oh, great job by Tenley Freed, and we're going to get a foul by the outside official. I like the call, and I like the teamwork out of the officials. They made good contact with each other.
Good eye contact there, you're right.
That foul was on Natalie Smith, her second foul. Blue Jays break the press. Addison Brown at the free throw line. Tries to get it out to Bergeron. Tierra does a good job coming to get it. Tenley Freed with the pump fake at the free throw line. No good. Loose ball tipped to Hanson. She goes up and is fouled. It's not often that the other team passes you the ball into your own hoop.
Nope. Kind of a pleasant surprise.
Kaylee sitting at 10 points as she heads to the line. Hits the first. And no good on the second, but Tenley Freed's there for the rebound. Tries to save it, and I think Macy Olson hits that out of bounds. So Blue Jays will retain possession. Going all the way across court to Moeller. Out top, Tenley drives. Kaylee Hanson with it now. Little three-person weave to burn some clock. Addison Brown at the free throw line.
Like the patience here.
Oh, nice entry pass to Kaylee. Good hesitation on the pump fake. Gets the player in the air and draws the foul. Foul is going to be on Hofing, her first. Kaylee right back to the line. Just a tad long on that one. So this one will go in, and we can move on with our 50%ing. Well, tried talking it into existence. Addison with a strong rebound. Hofen goes flying. Addison is fouled. That foul is on Macy Olson, her first. Oh, they have her first second. I don't have the first one down, but I think it's probably not going to be a foul trouble issue as we're under 5 minutes. Addison hits the first. She's up to 12 points on the game. another one. McKenna Olson with the ball to Macy Olson in the corner. Three-pointer in and out. Kaylee Hansen with another rebound. She's getting real close to a double-double.
Yeah. They take the ball to the hoop a little bit more often, maybe a triple-double with their blocks.
Moeller for three.
Nice.
There she is.
That's really nice teamwork there.
A little replay action here.
Good penetration, nice kick out, and the finish.
Macy Olson to McKenna Olson out top. Under 4 minutes now. Macy Landers into Natalie Smith. Smith is going to draw the foul on Addison. She did a decent job of moving her feet. She was a little surprised by the call.
Yep. Smith's a strong player, physical player. Blue Jays done a nice job against her tonight. She's going to probably get close to her average, but
she had to work for it.
Yep.
And I think she'll be below the 22 that she had the first time they played.
Right.
Which was only a 5-point game.
Yeah, and you mentioned at the start of the game, the second go-around of conference play, and this is a good measuring stick, from where you started in the first game and you played and you lost to Winterset, and you come back and it looks like it's going to be probably about a 20-point victory or so.
I mean, you have some home court advantage.
Absolutely.
Probably exaggerated a little bit in high school. Freed for three, no good. But it's not a 25-point home court advantage.
No.
Macy Olson in the corner. Side clear now to the other side. Going to line up her three-pointer. Going to be short. Natalie Smith and Addison, I think they both came down okay. When they're whipping around like that, I always worry that somebody's going to hit their head.
Yeah.
Not that it feels great hitting your elbow or knee, but they did call a foul on Addison on that one?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Smith going to go to the bench for a minute.
Yeah, I think she's
Kaylee Hansen with another block, but Landers is able to get it back and put it up for two. Kaylee continuing to build on that Brick House Fitness Protect This House application.
I think you've made a pick.
I mean, I have a strong feeling that's probably where it should go.
There has not been much in the painted area, which isn't painted in our gym, for the Winterset Huskies tonight.
Blocked by Landers that time. Kaylee not quite able to save it. Landers, good job coming across the lane. McKenna Olson brings it across half court. 2 minutes remaining in the game. McKenna shot up, hits the deck. Moeller picks up the loose ball. A little less pressure this time coming up across. Reminder, as much fun as this is just game one of the doubleheader.
Just game one, that's right. There's a boys' game. I forgot all about that. No, really good bounce back after the loss last night to Indianola. Another good inside-out look.
Tierra hits another three. Actually, that's her first three. Not of the season, just of the game. It looks like the Huskies are going to clear the bench a little bit as we get this replay of the three-pointer. So I see number 14, Nora Loudon, in the game. Number 24, Ella Cunningham, into the game. Number 34, Maureen Neig, into the game. Number 33, Blakely Rethmeyer, into the game. And number 2, Daphne Logsden, into the game. For the Blue Jays, Martin and McDowell. Ooh, Libby Weston with the block after just checking in.
The long arm of the law. What was she called, Libby? The sheriff.
The sheriff?
Yeah. A couple of subs waiting to get in over there. Hope we get a dead ball.
I think you just take the timeout, don't you? Kaylee, left hand up and in for 2. And Blue Jays are going to get a couple substitutions. Number 2, Presley Peterson, into the game. Number 4, Kenzie Trusty, into the game. And number 42, Danica Clark, into the game. McDowell and Martin, the other 2 Blue Jays, on the court. Little bit of time difference between the shot clock, game clock. Shot up and good for Blakely Rethmeyer. Rethmeyer, another 5'10" freshman for the Huskies. They've got a couple of those.
Pretty solid all-around effort for this team. I mean, there's really everybody contributed nicely to this victory tonight. Time ticking away, and I think a win this team can feel pretty good about and really build on going into the rest of conference play.
It's going to be the end of the game. Blue Jays are victorious, 58-34. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'll give you some numbers here.
I think you should just run with your brick house, whatever you have in mind there.
Well, I mean, I do feel like 5 blocks says a lot for protect this house. But I have Kaylee Hansen with 13 and 9. I don't think she quite hit the double-double. Addison Brown with 13 and 3. Tara Bergen with 10 and 3. Tinley Freed with 8. Libby Weston with 6. Morgan Moeller with 5. And Finley McDowell with 3. But I think I have to go Kaylee Hansen with your brick house, protect this house player of the game. Like you said, not a lot of points around the hoop, but also 5 blocks along with those 9 rebounds. Really, sometimes we expand what that award is, but if you go right back to the kind of the idea of protecting the rim, protect the house, I feel like Kaylee Hansen definitely was the person on that one.
Especially with the pressure look that the Blue Jays were given, they were willing to give up a couple, runaway layups that she really had to defend the basket for. So I think that's a great pick. And as far as the Vision Bank player of the game, I think coming off of last night's kind of rough outing, Addison Brown got this team off to a great start. She had 9 points right away in the first quarter. She finishes with 13. She also had a great defensive effort, but her offense, her just kind of getting after loose balls, the 50-50. Just her typical hustle plays that led to some nice offense for her tonight. So she's our Vision Bank player of the game, Addison Brown.
There we go. Vision Bank, see what we can do for you tonight. Game 1, that's a victory for the Blue Jays. We'll step aside for about 15 minutes and be back for Game 2. Go Jays! All right, who's ready for game 2 of Mega Night? Winterset Huskies and Bondurant for our Bluejays getting ready to tip off here in just a minute. If you're just tuning in, you missed a great game by the Bluejays in the girls' action, winning 58-34, with Addison Brown being your Vision Bank player of the game and Kaylee Hansen, the Brickhouse Fitness Protect This House player of the game.
Yeah, really a nice all-around performance. Lots of highlights from all the girls that took part in the action tonight.
As we start looking towards the boys' action, you're going to see a second game of the season between these two. The Huskies were victorious down in Winterset early in the year, back at the beginning of December. One of the first few games for the Bluejays that day. And Bluejays led by Drake Faltzgraff and Jasper Wilson. Drake averaging almost 17 points a game. Jasper was the leading scorer in that first game with 12. We'll look to see how balanced we can make the scoring here tonight between these two players. Drake also obviously a big key on the paint, getting those rebounds and everything. So what are you looking for the Bluejays tonight?
Well, I think the theme of what we've seen is how can the rest of this team perform around Drake? Like, he's consistently going to get that 15-10 plus on every given night. So who's going to step up? Who in the guard court's going to hit that three at an important time? Who's going to consistently do it? And, really kind of be into the game, focused on the opportunity and giving a great defensive effort.
All right, starting lineups first for the Huskies. Senior guard, number 2, Daxon Weeks. Senior guard, number 3, Cam Sheffield. Senior forward, number 13, Jake Hall. Senior center, number 22, Jackson Bear. And senior forward, number 24, Jace Bellamy. And for your Bluejays, at guard, senior number 3, Blake Sollers. At forward, junior number 10, Owen Werner. At guard, senior number 11, Cooper Goodwin. At forward, junior number 15, Drake Faltzgraff. And at forward, senior number 22, Jasper Wilson. Look for an exciting game here, back and forth. Bluejays and Huskies right about the same scoring on the season, right around 50-51 points a game. We'll see. Maybe the key is who values the ball more.
Oh, I think that's a huge key right there, is taking care of the basketball, not having those empty possessions where you're not even getting a shot to the basket at the basket. And then really just getting it done on the defensive end, limiting for the Bluejays, limiting Winterset to just one shot.
Bluejays coming in 3-7, Winterset 7-6. Winterset has a few more non-conference games, helping with that non-conference or the win-loss record overall. Bluejays have really only had one non-conference game with Hoover earlier. This jump is going to be between Jackson Bear and Drake Faltzgraff. Faltzgraff, I think, got the majority of the tip, but a little awkward on the landing. Cooper Goodwin starts with the ball. Goodwin with an open three. There it is. It's a real nice start. You saw him collapse down on Faltzgraff. He finds Cooper standing out there wide open. Cooper with a quick release. Long three-pointer, no good.
Oh.
Bellamy going to get the rebound.
That's a tough call. Bellamy came in, grabbed the rebound cleanly, but just minimal contact from Faltzgraff, and more just being off balance from the way he landed than the contact results in a foul.
Weeks to inbound. Out top to Sheffield. Around to Bellamy. Back to Weeks. Weeks looking to get in the paint. Gets the ball back.
Good defense right there from the Bluejays.
Bellamy, pull up mid-range. Going to be long, loose ball into the hands of Bear, and I think that one's going to go on Werner. Yep, that's where they're going.
Yep, got to grab those loose balls when they're available.
Jackson Bear will go to the line for 2. 60% free throw shooter. Hits the first. An early concerning trend when your 2 leading scorers each pick up a quick foul in the first 57 seconds. Bear hits both.
Pressure from the Huskies.
Goodwin, good job breaking. Sollers gets it. Drives. Gets cut off. Finds Werner for 3. Off the rim. No good. Bear gets the rebound. Hall looking to cross over. Scoop it up. No good. Blake Sollers with the rebound.
Thought Hall might have carried the ball just a little bit on that hesitation move. No call. Winterset in a 2-3 zone.
Falsgraf, kick out. Werner for 3. Off the rim, no good. Bellamy gets the rebound, has it tipped away, still maintains possession. Hall, crossover. Thankfully, we didn't get called for a foul there because that would have been 2 quick ones on Werner. Sollers, good job avoiding getting trapped. Gets all the way to the rim.
Nice job by Blake, splitting the 2 defenders and getting himself to the hoop.
Weeks brings it up court. Tries to feed Sheffield under the hoop. A little too much heat on that one.
A lot of heat, and Sheffield didn't really look like he was looking for the basketball either.
Got that nice replay of Blake's drive and layup. Braden Collins on the baseline cam there for that replay.
This could be 10.
And that is going to be a 10 count. And that's got to be into the hands, not just in the air across,
right.
Correct?
Got to handle the ball cleanly against that pressure. 1 or 2 bobbles, and you're really going to be up against it almost every time.
Bear tries to hand to Sheffield. Sollers able to pick that one off. Good crossover. Tried to feed Falsgraf. Falsgraf able to recover it in the paint. Boy, good decision there, trying to guess which way to make that call.
Well, and Drake caught that ball off the break. Really fortunate to kind of gather it in, and then just was in the middle of a crowd. Fortunate to retain possession.
Wilson at the free throw line, drives, tough angle, not able to get it, but Falsgraf's there to put it back in. Can't get fouled on the ground if you never touch the ground. Hall out to Bear. Weeks drives. Sollers, hand right on the ball. Sheffield, though, able to get the shot up. No good. Wilson with a strong rebound. Blue Jay Digital's own Jasper Wilson. Falsgraf back to Werner. Sheffield able to knock that one away. Bear with the bucket. Werner with the foul, his second. Grady Edwards going to check in. I'm going to guess for Owen.
Yeah, second foul, and I think Coach Evans is a little unhappy with the turnover on the other end.
Grady Edwards, the 5'11 freshman. Bear converts the old-fashioned three-point play. Goodwin over to Edwards. Blue Jays break that press. Picks it up in a tough spot, but able to get over to Goodwin. Edwards over to Goodwin again on the other side. Blue Jays trying to create a little bit of space here. Falsgraf drives. has a double team, able to get the ball up and get the bucket.
Nice job by Drake, showing a lot of strength, taking it directly to the basket there.
Bear for three, off the rim, no good. Jasper Wilson rebound. Falsgraf out by the three-point line, back to Edwards. Jasper for three, off the rim, no good. Falsgraf quick out to Edwards. Edwards with the three. Real nice assist from Drake, gets the ball out quick, no chance for anybody to recover. Grady makes the quick decision, he's open, might as well shoot.
Moving screen. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Jasper fighting through a moving screen, gets called.
You had me convinced that's what they were calling. Cooper Johnston checking in for the Huskies. Sheffield to the bench. Bear to Bellamy. Weeks tries to feed Bear. Out to Bellamy. Back to Bear. Bellamy drives, shot up high. Oh, man, a late whistle. That one's on Blake.
Yeah, a late whistle, and it came from the outside official, not the official underneath the basket, who would seemingly have a little bit better look at that.
And that's 5 fouls on the Jays. Bellamy with the bucket. So 5-0 on the foul count puts the Blue Jays in the bonus, or the Huskies in the bonus, I should say, because of the fouls on the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Bellamy hits them both.
And interestingly, I think Coach Evans might be pointing out that the Huskies have not yet been called for a foul. One stat that a coach can keep track of just by looking at the scoreboard.
Right. That ball's tipped by Weeks. Fed ahead to Weeks. Johnston follows and gets the bucket for two. Nearing the 2-minute mark in the first quarter.
I think that's the first lead for the Huskies.
They don't have the lead yet.
Oh, they don't. You're right. Thank you.
I think maybe some people wanted a foul on that call based off of the sudden shouting.
And there.
Five seconds on the shot clock. Falsgraf, quick turnaround, two, no good. And Bellamy gets the rebound as Wilson goes flying. Johnson shot up, no good. Falsgraf rebound.
And they still don't have the lead.
Wilson, Falsgraf, back out to Blake Sollers for three, off the rim, no good. Johnston able to chase that one down.
I think that's a shot Coach Evans can live with. Maybe a little quick, can still get some good ball movement.
But he's hit a few of those.
Yes, he has.
And again, if you're going to collapse down 2 or 3 guys in the paint, you're going to need to be able to hit those outside ones. Weeks gets the three-pointer. Now the Huskies have a lead.
15-second difference, game clock and shot clock.
Falsgraf not able to finish. They were waving it off anyway.
Yeah, they're going to call it on the ground, but they are going to call a foul on the Huskies.
That's Cooper Johnston, his first.
And now the Blue Jays can use most of the shot clock and not leave Winterset with much. I'm guessing it's kind of what Coach Evans typically likes to do.
Edwards with the pump fake. Good one now. Oop. Falsgraf, 2 open under the hoop, not to score that. We're tied back up. Now the Huskies will save for the last shot. Bear for an open three. Rebound, putback attempt is no good. Sahlers will get a shot off. Three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. So we're going to end the first quarter tied at 14s. Well, what did you like?
I was just thinking about that. I think to start with, Winterset does a nice job with their 2-3 zone. That's kind of what they've always been known for, and that's been always a tough code to crack there. But, if you've listened to our games, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to sound like a broken record. And that is, against the zone, against man-to-man, it doesn't matter. Drake Falsgraf has to touch the basketball. And it's not just about him touching the basketball to score. It's about him touching the basketball to facilitate, because everybody collapses on him when he gets the ball in the lane. It's not easy to get the ball to him inside because everybody's keying their defense around him. It's not easy. That's why ball movement, ball security is really, really important. This isn't a team that's going to average 100 possessions a game. They're going to be low in possessions, and they're going to have to really value the basketball and make sure that 15 gets touches. Whether it's to score or to facilitate really doesn't matter, but that's when this team is at their best. And we saw good examples of that in the first quarter, but we're going to have to see more of it if they're going to forge into the lead and win this game.
Bradley Hayes checks in for the Huskies for the first time. Johnston, turnaround two-pointer, gets a lot of bounces on the rim before it goes in.
Johnston coming in off the bench. He's a lengthy, athletic-looking guy.
And they do get the foul call that time. They're going to call it on Weeks, his first.
Good trap out there by Winterset. Maybe Sahlers got bailed out a little bit with the foul call, kind of lunged himself between the trap. Let's see if they can get the ball moved from side to side. There they go. You got to shift the defense. That's makes it easier to get the ball inside. You can't just keep it on one side of the court.
Still 17 seconds on the shot clock. Goodwin, jump step out to Falsgraf. Drake for three. Little Jackie Moon action. Now in, now out. Now in, now out. There, trying to go baseline. Jasper with a good job cutting him off. Able to toss it up high to Bellamy. Bellamy gets double teamed, and Cooper Goodwin going to race by everybody, and the easy lay-in off the great hustle play from Cooper Goodwin.
Drake Falsgraf made that happen, helping his teammate Grady Edwards on the double down, forced the bad pass and the run out.
Bear, turnaround two, high off the backboard, nice finish.
Bear and Johnston are kind of a problem out there. A couple of lengthy, athletic stretch four kind of guys.
Jasper blocked by Johnston. Out of bounds, staying with the Jays. Cam Sheffield going to check in as you see the replay of Cooper Goodwin coming into your home. Sahlers to Goodwin.
Take care of that ball.
Drake in the paint. Tough shot. And we're going to get a foul on. He's got his hand facing the other way. Is that 14?
I think it's 15. I think it's on Hayes.
Okay.
Yep, it's on Hayes. He kind of gave Edwards a shove going for a rebound.
Good one out top to Falsgraf. Hands off Edwards. Sahlers on the other side.
There we go.
Ooh. Almost a real great play by Hayes there to steal that one away. Goodwin to Wilson. It was more of a hand checky than anything in the first one.
I think it was away from the ball on Hall.
Yep, Hall's the one that got it. So 3 fouls now to 0 in the second quarter, going the other direction. Jasper in the paint, back out to Goodwin. Falsgraf in the corner, quick shot up, no good. But Grady Edwards with the rebound, not able to finish it.
Really nice effort, just could not get the ball up high enough off the basket.
And Grady's going to get called for that foul. Sheffield to go to the line for 2. A.J. Kurtz getting ready to check in for the Blue Jays. Based off the early fouls, I'm thinking we might see a little more action from some of our bench guys maybe tonight. Sheffield hits them both.
Winterset's a perfect 7 for 7 from the line so far. Blue Jays have yet to go to the line.
Kurtz into Falsgraf, into a double team. Sends one of them down. Blake Sollers on the three-point attempt, no good. Drake goes up to get it and is fouled by Hall, his second. Fourth foul on the Huskies in the 3 minutes of the second quarter. Next one will send the Blue Jays to the line.
Fouls evening out a little bit now.
Ooh. And good hustle by Weeks on the fast break. Bradley Hayes with a great strip from behind.
Really nice play by Hayes, kind of ignited that whole thing.
Oh, nice handoff to Kurtz. Fouled on his way up. He'll go to the line for 2. And that's going to be a third foul, I believe, on Hall.
It is.
I feel like AJ understands the assignment. I don't know if you've been talking to him, but he seems to be looking to get the ball directly to Drake like you've asked.
Well, I'm guessing that might have been the order from the bench, too.
Jace Bellamy going to check in. Jake Hall to the bench with those 3 fouls.
It's good for everybody on the floor when it goes inside the 15.
AJ gets a little more on that one. Splashes it through. Weeks with the ball. Hayes looking to drive around Kurtz. Tough finish. Bradley Hayes with his first bucket. Sollers to Falsgraf out on the wing. Ooh. Loose ball. Kurtz going to try to get ahead of Weeks. And one. Kurtz didn't think he did anything to deserve that one. Kurtz is first.
Just some real active play, active hands by the Winterset 2-3 zone defense, leading to those runouts. And when you make those mistakes at the top of that zone, it's going to lead to those types of opportunities.
Weeks converts the three-point play. Get a timeout here. It's a good time to talk about some happenings around Blue Jay land. Over on the bowling side, Case and Marlowe today with the first 300 game in Bondurant Farrar history.
Wow. That's got to be like a school record.
Yeah, first ever.
That's awesome. Congratulations to him. That's perfection, right? Like, how many times can you say, I played a perfect game?
Yeah.
Nobody in this basketball game's played a perfect game tonight, but bowling a 300 game is an unbelievable memory, and it's got to put him up there amongst the leaders in the state just on one game alone.
Yeah. Impressive performance.
And we have home wrestling.
Have home wrestling on Thursday. Senior night against Carroll. JV starting at 5:30. From what I'm hearing, there will not be very many JV matches. Carroll's not bringing that many guys. So senior night activities, and then varsity will. I wouldn't be surprised if varsity's going by 6:30 at the latest. So don't hesitate.
And will Carroll wrestle a full varsity lineup?
They should have pretty much a full varsity lineup. Obviously it's this time of year. Kids get sick and everything. But
sure.
From the girls wrestling action, they are doing the conference tournament, CIML, since we're wrestling with Ankeny. That's going on right now. I have not seen any results from that. And then Friday night, we'll be back for another mega night with Carlisle in the house. It is Spirit Week, so Thursday night and Friday night for wrestling and basketball. 7th through 12th grade students get in free. And the first 50 high school students will get a free T-shirt as that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, just an unforced error there for Weeks. Just lost his dribble. Following a Blue Jay turnover. Game's gotten a little bit sloppy here. Right now the Blue Jays just need to get back to those good possessions. And I think where they're going to have to turn things around is getting some things going on the defensive end, because that's what turned into their early offense.
Blue Jays have their starters back out there. Werner looking to drive out to Goodwin. Jasper, two-pointer, good.
That was a good choice by Jasper. He was wanting to get it down to Drake, but he was double-teamed. He was left unguarded, knocked that shot down. That's kind of his mid-range from right there. Good offense.
Weeks with the ball to Johnston on the other side. Back to Weeks. Johnson listed as a 33% three-point shooter. Good contest. Jasper gets the rebound. 2:40 remaining in the first half. Got a little spacing issues, but Jasper finds himself open under the hoop.
Yep, a little set play there. A little screen in the middle of the zone, using Drake as a decoy and bringing Jasper across there for a layup. So nice back-to-back possessions. You erase that 7-point deficit, get it back down to 3. Kind of want to keep it there, or improve upon that here getting into halftime. Good
time to thank our sponsor, Brickhouse Fitness. They've been sponsoring all of our basketball broadcasts this year. Great community gym. If you're looking to get in shape or looking to get ripped or somewhere in between, great options there. If you thinking you need to bulk up so you can play in the paint, they have weights for that. Got some cardio you need to do, or even maybe you need to shoot some free throws. There's a gym there for that too. So
I need all those things.
Well, I don't know how many people are relying on your free throws anymore.
I can do. I can get you a free throw.
What percentage are you going to shoot if you go to the gym right now?
How many am I shooting?
20.
I can get you 15.
Okay.
I need a couple warm-ups.
Now.
I got to warm up. I mean, I'm old. I'm stiff. Got to get the joints going a little bit first.
Johnston kick out Sheffield for 3. No good. Goodwin with a good rebound. Goes up to get that. And then protects the ball on the way down. Good pass into Wilson. Good coverage by the Huskies, though, to defend that. Wilson fade, gets the bucket.
A little offensive explosion from Jasper Wilson. I like what Coach Evans is doing right now. They're screening the middle of that zone, and they're opening it wide open for some good looks. Jasper being the beneficiary right now.
Weeks, hands off to Johnston. Bellamy coming through, tries to reverse it and does.
Yeah, there's a couple of Huskies in there for a long time as that play developed. Sometimes officials let the 3 seconds go if the play's continuing to develop, and that's kind of what happened there.
Drake drives baseline, out top, Werner. Werner going to step through, has it blocked on the way. Oh.
Yeah, I went off.
Did it?
I went off Owen, yeah. And that's one of those situations I talk about right there. he made it past the first line of defense, pull up and shoot that 12-foot jump shot instead of going into that heavily contested layup where it's hard to keep control of the basketball.
Going to get Warner out for this last minute with his 2 fouls and get him into halftime at a good spot there. Weeks with the ball. Thought maybe they'd try to go faster, see if they could do a 2-for-1. Ball into Johnson. Bellamy.
Oh, he traveled.
Going to get the travel. Tripped on his way through. Now the Blue Jays, it'd be a tough 2-for-1 here with just 8 second difference.
You got to go right now.
I don't think that's really the plan. I think they're going to hold it late and look for the shot they want.
Just continue to run the offense, see if they screen the middle of that zone again.
Sahlers with the ball out top. Now Falsgraf gets it over on the wing. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Oop. Edwards step through into Falsgraf, gets the man up in the air and gets the bucket.
Nice job by Grady Edwards. Kind of kept his composure there. Could have lost the ball, regained it, made a nice pass.
Bellamy blocked by Falsgraf to end the first half. Blue Jays trailing 28-29. We'll step aside for halftime and be back for second half. I think we'll have some dance at half, though. We'll have that live.
Had a great showing at the Iowa State Dance Team Championship, and they are heading to nationals for the first time in Bondurant history next month. I said they're heading to nationals for the first time in Bondurant history. Come on! Tonight, they will be performing their lyrical routine, which takes first place at state and is choreographed by our coach, Brianna Holland. Please welcome your state champion, Bondurant Farrar Dance Team.
right, welcome back for second half action in Game 2 of Mega Night. Blue Jays get the last bucket of the first half to close the gap 28-29. Leading scores for the Blue Jays, Drake Falsgraf with 11, Jasper Wilson with 6, Cooper Goodwin with 5, 3 for Grady Edwards, 2 for Blake Sollers, and 1 for AJ Kurtz. For the Huskies, 8 points for Daxon Weeks, 7 points for Jackson Bear, 4 points for Johnston and Bellamy, and 2 points for Sheffield, Hall, and Hayes. Had I'd say a game of runs offensively and also officiating-wise. There were, I think the first 5 fouls were on the Blue Jays. The next 5 might have been on the Huskies. Yeah. It ended up with 7 fouls for the Jays, 6 for the Huskies.
And those things do tend to even out. Yep. Just when it's 5-0 to start, it just
left a taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. But Blue Jays were down 7 late in the half, took a timeout, made some adjustments. One of the things they did is they screened the middle of the zone. So the player on the bottom of that 2-3 zone that plays in the middle, you start to screen him a little bit, and then traffic gets lost in the middle. That's kind of the traffic director of the middle of the paint. When they're getting screened, it makes it tough, a little bit tougher on that zone. So Winterset doing a really good job on the perimeter part of that defense, deflecting passes, getting steals, getting runouts, but the middle of that zone got a little bit compromised there. Some good coaching adjustments there by the Jays.
Both teams with their starters to bring back out for the second half. Sollers into Falsgraf right away. Up with the right hand, going to be long. Tips it to himself, gets the rebound out to Sollers. All the way around. Falsgraf on the other side has it knocked away.
And they're going to get 13. They're going to get Hall. That's going to be his fourth.
Yep.
Yeah, and they really could have got Weeks with that foul as well.
Johnston comes in.
So that's Winterset's leading scorer at 12.3 points per game, going to the bench with his 4th foul.
Just 2 points on the night for him. Goodwin gets it into Wilson. Sollers gets his man in the air. Goes baseline, tried to feed Werner on the other side. Loose ball taken by Sheffield. Bellamy ahead to Bear, gets the roll. I think he was contemplating a dunk.
I think you're right. Just kind of got caught in between steps there.
Goodwin in the paint.
Good dribble penetration.
Sollers for 3 off the rim. No good. Jasper Wilson with great positioning. Shot up and, no good either. Sheffield rebound. Huskies coming the other way.
Cooper Goodwin's lost a shoe. He's down 1 ski.
Ball's going to go out of bounds with an opportunity for Cooper to put his shoe back on. You're going to have to tie that thing a little tighter this time. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but I think maybe his mother needed to teach him better. Because I'm not positive.
Just blame the kindergarten teachers.
I'm not positive his dad can tie his shoes, so I'm going to blame his mom.
Good point.
Goodwin with a good hesitation, not able to finish. Sheffield able to come over and get that rebound. Good cut from Bellamy and lays it in. It was a good find on that one as well. Werner out top with the ball. The Goodwin on the other side. Falsgraf now gets it in the paint. Back out to Wilson. Wilson going to drive back in. Floater going to be just off. Bear gets the rebound. And Bellamy is going to get the walk.
Yep, just didn't come down solid with the catch. Coach Evans asking his team, hey, let's get a good possession here. They have yet to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other yet.
Zollers out top to Goodwin.
There's a reversal.
Falsgraf going to be short on that one. Jasper Wilson there for the rebound. Turnaround hook shot, no good. Loose ball out of bounds on Weeks.
I think Winterset, as much as anybody's done a really nice job on Drake inside. He's really struggling right now to get a clean look at the basket, just kind of probing that defense. And
Sheffield able to rip that one away. Weeks back to Sheffield. Zollers hits the wall hard.
Get himself up.
Uncomfortable. I think he's okay.
Yeah. He's limping, which, again, I heard that thud, and I thought maybe it was his head. So
I thought it was his knee that was the thump, hopefully. Sheffield first one short.
You just can't. You got to take care of the basketball against this Winterset team. Their guards are so handsy. Like, you've got to take care of it. You got to be strong with the ball.
Sheffield misses them both. Falsgraf with the rebound.
Let's see if that opens a little bit of a door and opportunity here.
Werner on the other side. Zollers out top now. Goodwin. Falsgraf pivots in the paint. Turns the other way. No good on the layup. Barry rebound. Johnston in the paint, looking to back down Falsgraf. Turn, fade, tough shot from Johnston. Zollers now into Falsgraf, but Bellamy sneaks from behind to go get it. Weeks is off to the races again, looking to go baseline. Tried to feed Johnston.
Oh, goodness.
Drake was trying to clear.
I don't know if they're going to call a flagrant foul there.
I don't think he was trying to necessarily elbow him.
No,
he just didn't know that he was leaning down. I mean, he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head. But
they're going to send the teams to their benches and
discuss.
I think it's definitely a foul on Drake. I don't think the intent was there. He definitely caught the Husky, and I'm not sure which one he caught with the elbow.
It was Johnston.
Yeah.
They're still discussing. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Johnston was leaning down, which puts you obviously closer to the elbow, and Johnston, I think, is fine. He's out there shuffling his feet like he's Sugar Ray Leonard. So, I don't know. I feel like if you have to talk about it this long, you don't upgrade it, but we shall see. At a minimum, that's a common foul, which would be the second one on Drake. Or at least I do believe. I don't think technically they've said that to the scorer's table yet.
Are they talking about what they're going to have for dinner? I mean, you got to get this right, but intentional foul.
Intentional foul?
Yep, so that'll be 2 shots for Winterset, for Johnston, and then the basketball. And I think you could probably, I don't think Coach Evans is arguing too much.
Is there a difference between an intentional foul and a flagrant foul?
Well, I'm not sure there is a quote-unquote flagrant foul in high school basketball. When the arms cross like that, it's intentional foul. Since I've been in the game, I don't remember there being a
flagrant.
A flagrant.
Okay.
Right.
Same effect though. 2 shots in the ball.
Yep.
So he goes 1 for 1 at the line. Bondurant going to take a timeout now, trailing by 8. Coach Evans kind of needs to get him back in a rhythm. hasn't really been a great start to the half.
No.
You know, you're almost 4 minutes in, and I'm not sure you've had a great shot yet.
It's been turnovers. Yeah, it's been turnovers. It's been the inability to possess the basketball. The Winterset guards, the guys that don't play in the middle of that zone with active hands, grabbing at the basketball. I mean, they are helping really impressively. Like, they're really doing a nice job with their 2-3 zone. It's a tough defense to play against, but if you don't handle the basketball, if you don't value the ball, you're in for a long night. And it's kind of turned into that pretty quickly here.
Colby Sollers, freshman number 32, checking in for the Jays. Good inbound play. Bellamy gets a bucket for the Huskies.
So 3-point play.
Wilson, Goodwin floats it up there for 2.
That thing made rain.
Drake Falsgraf getting a break on the bench. I'm not sure he's had one yet this season.
Yeah, I think a good opportunity.
Oh, Goodwin with a good steal. Looking to take it all the way in. Dumps it off to Blake Sollers. Gets Bear up in the air and draws the foul.
I was going to say, good opportunity for Drake just to kind of, take a deep breath.
Get a little reset.
Yep. I don't think he'll be there long.
Sollers hits the first.
Good little burst of energy from Cooper Goodwin.
Yep. And second one, no good. Johnston rebound. Bellamy with it now. Sheffield into Johnston. Now Bellamy, real close to stepping on that baseline. Weeks on the other side. Bear mid-range, good. And he fell. I don't know if that was a flop or there was actually contact made in some way. Warner back out to Blake Sollers. Wilson to Werner. Dumps it off to Wilson. Still 14 seconds on the shot clock. Goodwin drives and was going to try to kick it out to Colby Sollers, but he was cutting towards the rim for a rebound. Bradley Hayes going to check in for Cam Sheffield.
We haven't, to your point, we haven't kept this stat, but I think at this point the Jays have turned it over more than they've shot the ball here in the third quarter, and that's just not ever going to be a recipe for winning basketball.
Falsgraf going to look to get back in, and that ball is kicked out of bounds, staying with the Huskies. Drake going to come in for Jasper.
The good news is the lead is not insurmountable. There's opportunities to get back into this game, but they're going to have to get some stops and then get some buckets.
Shot short, loose ball, Bear rebound, put back, and the foul. Werner gets a third foul. Bear goes to the line for 1. It's going to be short. Edwards going to get ready to check in. He's going to come in for Goodwin. And who else came in? Oh, no, Werner stayed in. He looked like he was going to the bench. Yeah. Falsgraf out to Edwards. Edwards now driving to the lane. Oh, and Werner for 3 off the rim. No good. Loose ball. Rebound Hayes. Gets it over to Weeks. Sollers with the good closeout on Weeks. Somebody gets called for that foul. I think it might be Colby Sollers on this one. No, it is Blake. his third foul. Weeks will go to the line for 2. Huskies will be there the rest of the quarter. Weeks makes the first. A 73% free throw shooter. I think we had the wrong halftime speech.
Yes.
Falsgraf gets the rebound off the miss.
Really got to get this thing under 10. That's a quick ticky-tack call there. Try to get it to under 10 before the end of the quarter if you can.
Werner to Edwards at the free throw line. Smart decision, dribbles it out. And Weeks is going to pick up a quick third. And now both teams will be at the bonus on the next one. We're going to get a new player for the Huskies. Weeks going to go to the bench. And Jace Leisure going to get his first appearance. Both teams have used 3 players off the bench. Loose ball, lots of guys on the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Huskies. I'll let you pick a player for which one knocked it out.
All I know is that there's 4 Huskies just going after the basketball, and
like a rabid dog.
They're just they seem to want it more right now.
Good feed into Falsgraf, gets the bucket. And you're going to get a timeout for the Jays. Good feed from Colby Sollers. With a little replay here. Good drop step from Drake to get deep in the paint.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going to get that sense of urgency, but right now it's got to come from somebody. I think Coach Evans is looking for some leadership on the floor, some leadership by example, some guys diving after loose balls, wanting to slap the floor and play a little defense, make a tough rebound. Because right now, Winterset's making all the winning plays. They're getting all the 50-50s.
Huskies going to come out of the timeout with Bellamy, Hayes, Leisure, Bear, and Johnston. Blue Jays have Wilson, Kurtz, Edwards, Falsgraf, and Werner.
And a little pressure look back into man-to-man now.
Leisure out top to Hayes. Johnston out at the three-point line. Back out to Hayes at the top. 7 seconds now. Shot up in the corner from Bellamy. No good. Out of bounds off Bear. Going to be a Blue Jay ball. Ten-point game right now. 50 seconds on the game clock for the third quarter. Falsgraf looking to go hard to the hoop. Just a little strong, and again a later whistle from the outside. This one's going to be on Bellamy, his first. Falsgraf will go to the line for 2. Going to be short on the first one. Hits the second. Our Blue Jays this year sure love the 50-50 at the free throw line. Boys game, girls game, doesn't seem to matter.
3 for 6 so far.
Hayes to Bear. Out to Bellamy. It's just a couple seconds difference on the shot clock to game clock.
Oh, he stepped on the line.
That's got to be. That seemed like a long time.
He stepped on the half-court line too.
Bear spin, turn, fade, no good. Edwards with a strong rebound. Bear's slow to get up.
Get it across. And let her rip. Go
Ball
in there,
scrap off the front of the rim. Going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Huskies leading by 9.
Well, not a complete disaster. I mean, all things considered, it felt like
it felt worse.
It felt worse. It did. And it was a 14-6 quarter for Winterset. They led by a point at half. They've taken that lead out to 9. But like we said, the Blue Jays got that under 9. Played with a little bit of more sense of urgency there that last minute. But these last 8 minutes are going to have to be
at some point you just have to, I don't know if it's want to win or hate losing, but you need to show up right now.
No, you're right. And you know, this Winterset team, they've come to play, like, and they're on the road. That's the tough thing to swallow if you're over there in a white jersey. Is, hey, those guys in the black shirts over there, they have outworked you so far tonight, and now you have one quarter to try to redeem yourself, and hopefully not come up short, even if you do outplay them in the fourth quarter.
Blue Jays in danger of being swept by the Huskies, which has not happened post-COVID.
Man-to-man.
Johnston with the ball into Bellamy. Left-hand lay-in. Edwards back out to Werner. Werner for 3. Just short. Bellamy rebound.
Yeah, Owen Werner just cannot find the range tonight. Hall back on the floor with 4 fouls.
Hayes cross court to Leisure. Out top to Bellamy. Milking a lot of the clock. Leisure gets left open.
And he traveled.
Yep. Goodwin and Blake Sollers going to check in. Edwards and Kurtz to the bench. You're not going to score 9 points in one. You just got to keep building towards it.
You're right.
Especially if they're going to just worry more about milking the clock. There's that inside screen you were talking about. Wilson not quite able to convert. Johnston with the rebound.
Perfectly drawn up, just couldn't quite get the finish.
Bellamy almost had it knocked from behind by Goodwin. Johnston for 3. Going to airball that one. Going to go Blue Jay ball. Goodwin bringing the hustle still.
Yep. There he is, missed him.
Werner going to try 3. Going to be short. Loose ball. Werner tracks down the rebound. Going to drive this time out to Goodwin. Sollers able to keep the dribble. Nope, not able to keep the dribble. Leisure. Ooh.
That's going to be on Leisure, undercutting Cooper Goodwin.
I was impressed he kept his feet. Leisure's first. Team's first of the quarter.
And that maybe doesn't rise to the level of Drake Falscraft's intentional foul, but that's pretty close. Dangerous.
Sollers gets blocked on his way in. Going to stay with the Jays. Good read, good lane, just good recovery by Johnston. Helps to be 6'3".
Yep, little tall timber in there.
Ball scrap coming around Wilson's screen. Wilson goes down, which allows Bellamy to get the rebound. And coach is going to take a timeout for the Huskies. as Hall was in a tough spot out there and Goodwin was collapsing. So 5.5 left. You're at an 11-point ball game. Really just been a struggling half.
Yeah, and the defensive effort's been better in this quarter and over the last couple minutes, but now you just continue to struggle on the offensive end. And again, Winterset knew the objective coming into this game, and that was to surround Drake Falscraft when he gets the ball inside. And it's been a frustrating night for Drake. He got out to a fast start, had 11 points pretty quick into the game, and has just struggled around the hoop. Unlike him, but a lot of black jerseys around him, contesting his shot, trying to keep him from getting in the lane. He's just getting what the scouting report calls for.
And we've only gotten 2 3-pointers by someone not Drake.
Yep.
And so, you talked about moving the ball in to kick it back out, but we just aren't hitting tonight.
Right.
It was the girls that played last night. You'd expect more tired feet. The boys were off last night, so. Blue Jays with their starters on the court. Looks like the Huskies as well. Sheffield for 3. Gonna air ball. And he was out of bounds. Great box out, box in, whichever way you want to call it, by Jasper.
About boxed him all the way out of the gym.
Just taking him to the bus. He needs to go.
Where do you find your offense here? That's the question.
Goodwin, Falscraft at the free throw line. Handoff Goodwin. Ooh. Corner a bit high to Blake Saulers. Under 5 now. Ball out to Bellamy. Weeks. Hall with the dangerous pass to Sheffield. Bellamy trying to enter it into Bear. A little high and goes out of bounds. And Bear runs through Wilson on the play.
Another good defensive effort. 2 points scored in this quarter combined at this point. Both for Winterset.
Jasper out to Saulers. Blake in the paint. Drake gets the bucket to roll in.
Showed good patience there, kind of let the defense get back on its heels a little bit when he went up to score. Nice job for
now.
Drake.
Sheffield left wide open underneath. He just snuck all the way down to the corner when we brought Goodwin up and just drifted in right underneath the hoop. Just some miscommunication on what defense we're running. Goodwin for 3. There we go.
Boy, it's an 8-point game. It's just hard to believe we're still hanging around, but we're there. It's 3 minutes, so it's getting to be crunch time. Big shot from Cooper.
There. Oh, geez. Hall left open under. That's the second guy in a minute that we've left wide open right under the hoop for a layup. I'm a terrible basketball player, and I can make that sometimes. Goodwin trying it again.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's play a little defense, guys. A little defense.
Cooper Goodwin is willing his team back into this thing. But to your point, we cannot give any more wide open layups up underneath the basket. And I think what's happening is the defense is playing with more urgency, but they're not communicating. You know, they're kind of, to use a bad term, you know, chickens with their heads cut off a little bit. Not communicating, not talking, hustling, working hard.
There's still time, but not a lot of time. We got to figure this out real quick.
Yeah, I mean, you put together 2 more stops, get a couple more buckets, and then the pressure really tightens up on Winterset. But you got to make those things happen too. But timely 3-point baskets from Cooper Goodwin.
Oh, we just talked about we hadn't had really any buckets off the ball coming back out, and Cooper must have had his earpiece in to say, oh, okay, I can fire these up. Let's see if we get the defense set up a little better, keep eyes on everybody. Weeks with the ball.
Full court press, just full court man-to-man pressure. Don't have to look to foul yet, although you have several to give. Good foul for Drake there. Do not give up the layup. Don't necessarily want to send the Huskies to the free throw line here
they called it on Owen.
Oh, okay.
His 4th. This would have been the occasion where Drake only has 2. It probably would have been better for it to be his 3rd, but Bear goes to the line for 2. A 60% free throw shooter. Gets the shooter's touch, though, on that one. He's had a real good night offensively. Up to 14 now. No good on that one. Drake goes up for the rebound.
Another chance to chip into that lead.
Oh, Goodwin just lost the dribble out.
That's the problem when you get down double digits and you almost have to play perfect the rest of the way to catch up, and this team has not.
Intentional foul on Jasper.
Maybe running through a screen.
Jasper's 2nd. Jasper and Bear had a little something on the other side earlier. I don't know if it's I didn't really see him go down. I was watching the ball on the other side. Yeah, just ran through the screen. I don't know if he saw him or not, but the officials say he did. Their first one, no good. It is 2 shots and the ball, as we've already discussed once this game. They made the decision much faster that time.
Well, I think the official was convinced right away of what he saw.
Bear hits one of 2. Johnston going to come into the game. Bear going to go to the bench. Now you're back up to a 9-point lead. Colby Sollers into the game, guarding Hall. Hall trying to drive on Sollers. Sollers with the block, but it was on the line. Still a block. Good defense from the freshman there. Almost had it saved into Pfaltzgraff. We keep going back to the scorer's table about something. And that's going to be a 5th foul on Werner. The bucket for Hall. Edwards will come in for Werner to end his night. Hall will go to the line for one. Falsgraf gets the rebound off the missed free throw. Oh, and a little miscommunication there on the break. Not what you're looking for on a comeback. Just a tough night, really, kind of all around here.
Yeah, this is, if we had a plumber for a sponsor, this is where we'd say flush it, sponsored by whatever plumber, because you do. You just want to flush this one. Coach Evans probably will not spend a lot of time with his team in the locker room after the game. There's no magic words that can be said after one like this. You just come back and be ready to go to work tomorrow.
It's a fourth foul on Blake Sollers. Good read by Blake, and he is fouled by Hall, and that will end Hall's night with 5 fouls. Only the second team foul of the Huskies this quarter. Jace Leisure back in for Winterset with 1:17 on the clock. Sollers tried to feed Falsgraf, but Leisure reaches in the cookie jar. And Goodwin gets a hand on that fast break off of Weeks, going back to the Jays.
Cooper Goodwin and Blake Sollers have both played hard tonight. They've both given a solid effort. They haven't quit.
Colby Sollers is fouled by Johnston. Johnston cannot believe it.
See if the freshman can knock down a pair here.
I don't show him with the free throw yet on the season. Hasn't had a lot of varsity minutes to record them. No time like the present. Hayes going to check back in for the Huskies. Leisure to the bench. Colby Sollers second. Swish. Hayes with the ball. Goodwin with the pressure. Drake with the trap. Bellamy dumps it off to Johnston. It seems atypical, the number of fouls in the paint that are called from the back guy.
By one official in particular?
I mean, but I feel like
yeah,
from his distance, it just seems odd.
Maybe he just has the best angle, right?
Maybe. Maybe his whistle's just the most effective. We're going to get a new player, Braden Vickers, in for the Huskies. Senior checking in for the first time. Sheffield to the bench. Johnston hits them both. He's up to 9. Blake Sollers for 3. Going to be off the front of the rim. Falsgraf rebound. Put back. No good. Loose ball saved by Johnston. Weeks has it knocked away by Goodwin. And that looked like an uncomfortable dive on the ball. Hopefully everybody gets up from that okay. Leisure going to check back in. Bradley Hayes to the bench.
To your point, Bellamy, a little hitch in his giddy up there.
Like he dove and landed sideways on the ball. He's like, yeah, thanks. I was hoping to come out. Sheffield back in. Edwards for 3, off the rim, no good. And Weeks ended up out of bounds, so I think they're saying he was shoved to get there.
kind of interested to see who this is going to be called on. If it's Sollers, okay, it is.
It is.
All right.
So
I thought they were going to call that on Drake. And
So second player fouled out for the Blue Jays. 3 players fouled out tonight. 2 for the Jays, 1 for the Huskies. Haven't seen a lot of that this year.
We have not.
Weeks makes the first, putting him at double digits.
Weeks has done a lot to create that havoc on the defensive end. With some steals, deflections.
Hits them both, and he's going to retire for the game. Landon Dinkla coming in for the Huskies. Sollers in the corner for 3. Colby, that is. Blue Jays get the ball. Goodwin tried to step through. He's going to be fouled by Leisure with 4.6 seconds left. If you're looking for some moral victories, this could move it to a single digit. I don't know that we were looking for moral victories, but if you were.
Probably not.
Sollers with a strong rebound. Edwards going to put it up at the buzzer, tries to bank it in. No good. That's going to be the ball game. Huskies win 57-46. As we look for our post-game awards, we'll give you a few stats. Leading scorer for the Blue Jays, Drake Falsgraf with 16 points, 10 boards. Cooper Goodwin with 13 points and a couple rebounds. 6 points for Jasper Wilson. 4 points for Colby Sollers, 3 points for Grady Edwards, 3 points for Blake Sollers, and 1 point for AJ Kurtz. We typically start with your Brickhouse Fitness Protect This House Player of the Game. You got some ideas on where you're leading with that one?
Well, like I said, I like what we got out of the guard court tonight between Blake Sollers and Cooper Goodwin. I think both of those guys did a really nice job just playing with focus and effort. And, I just, I could probably go with either one of those guys. Let's go with Blake Sollers. I think he just overall, continued to play hard, played through some tough moments, but was not about to just give in and protect this house.
Yep, so Blake Sollers, your Protect This House Brickhouse Fitness Player of the Game. And for your Vision Bank Player of the Game, I think you alluded to it a lot while you were talking about the Brickhouse Fitness with the defensive efforts of the guard play. I think Cooper Goodwin, you saw it really everywhere. Yeah. He was probably the most hustle out of everybody tonight, just really all around. Ended up with 13 points, which might be a season high for him. Couple big three-pointers.
Kept us in the game when maybe we didn't have any reason to be in it.
He ended up with 3 three-pointers, and really just an overall, obviously there's some turnovers and stuff to clean up, but I think he's your guy who probably gave us the greatest contribution overall.
Without a doubt.
So Cooper Goodwin going to be your Vision Bank Player of the Game. Vision Bank, see what we can do for you. Tonight for the Blue Jays, that's a split. 1 win in the first game, 1 loss the second. We'll be back for wrestling on Thursday night, and then Mega Night Basketball on Friday. Go Jays!
Go Blue Jays!